Boo Boo, how do you view fear in things that are challenging? I know you tend to just knock them down.
Yeah, I literally, my biggest like pet peeve, maybe from like the way both my parents are like this, they like whining to me, like, right. Or I call it whining, you know, but to me it's like, I really dislike it. Like I don't like when people like complain about things. I mean, complaining's fine, venting's fine, but it's like, okay, so what are you gonna do to fix it? It's like, you're just gonna sit there and like whine, or you're gonna like do something about it? Like literally, that's my biggest thing.
I think with our music too, like we always, if we say something that we don't like, it's always like, we should do this.
Yeah, so it's like, what's the solution? Yeah. Like we can't just, it's either we make a solution or we like suck it up and like that's that, you know? So I think the biggest thing for me is like really just like seeing what the problem is and fixing the problem and just like keep going.
Instead of just staying in that spot forever.
You're just like, nah, it's fine. You just like bury it down, then you're always just like, you know what I mean? Instead of like dealing with it, okay, so what are we gonna do to make it different? You know, how are we gonna be happy in this situation? So that's kind of how I deal with it. But I'm constantly afraid of he knows I'm a big scaredy cat.
So Boo Boo, you've been doing poems lately.
Oh yeah.
And you did a poem that just was like, that was really cool. Made me think a little bit about life.
Which one?
And you did a poem. It was called 365.
Oh yeah.
I'm at the end, and I quote Boo Boo right here in front of me. You said, "You've noticed, take notice. Now put your words into action. The moment is now. Take advantage of it. Do it before you lose traction." I really like that. So where did that poem come from, and what? Tell me a little bit about that, because that's so true. Like the moment is now. Like, what are we gonna do?
I don't know. So whenever poems, like, I don't like consistently write poems because I only write them when something's bugging me, and for some reason that's how I like can write poems. Like it's the weirdest thing. I've only written, I don't know, like under 5 of them, and they have all just been moments in my life where I've just been like very frustrated about something, and I'll just be sitting there, and I'll just start writing, and then that's it. And like I might correct it throughout the day, but it just kind of comes out. That one, I think, is mainly about. That one's about. It was about someone when people say, "Oh my gosh, where's the year gone?" It's already gone. It's like everybody says that. It's the most annoying thing. Like I don't like that because it's like, yeah. So, what are you gonna? It's coming back to that thing. Like, what are you gonna do to fix that? It's like, wow, it's already September. Wow, where's the year gone? It's like, yeah, literally, that person probably says that every year.
Yeah.
It's like, so like, what are you gonna do about it? It's like, do it now. If you want to do something, do it now. That's what that's about.
Great. That's like a call of action to whoever's watching.
Like, literally do it. Like if you want to do something, go do it. I wanted to. So I think it wasn't last year, but the year before, I kind of got on this like this ride of if I want to do something, like actively trying to do it. I wanted to start mountaineering, and I wanted to go on bigger adventures and things like that. And I ended up summiting Mount Shasta. I did 3 volcanoes in Mexico. I ran a marathon. I like did all of these adventure things that I wanted.
You hiked on a volcano?
Yeah, my highest peak was 18,000, over 18,000.
Did any black people go?
No.
I might have to go now just because of that.
But yeah, so that is all about like literally doing what you want to do now. If you don't do it now, then when are you gonna do it? Like literally, when are you gonna do it? I'll do it. You know, when the time's right. Like I'll do it when I have this and that. It's like no, the time is never gonna be right. So if you just want to do it, go for it.
A lot of people right now with the social media, they if people are different, if they have a crazy dream, they often feel misunderstood. So what advice would you give somebody? Maybe he's a young kid who has a dream to do something, or he just feels misunderstood. What would you tell him?
Well, to fulfill the dream, I think what's worked for me at this point, most of the kids that I grew up playing music with have given up by this point. So like in their mid-20s, they kind of like are like, well, it's nothing has exactly happened, so I'm just gonna do something that I don't really want to do. For me, it's been just don't give up. Like no matter what, just like literally, even if other people are telling you otherwise, like hey, you should stop concentrating on music because you need a career that's gonna do this X and Y, or take it. certain amount on your paycheck. Just continue chasing. If you want it that bad, I would say. If you want it that bad, I don't know if people
that's what's
want it that bad.
That's what separates weeds out the people who are who actually don't want it as much as like you do.
Totally.
So when are we getting the album? The album. Everybody's waiting. I see all your fans. They are excited.
They're really excited
for this album. So what type of date? Can you give me is it gonna be a year? Is it gonna be a
There's no date, honestly. There's no date right now. We just came from the studio. That's where we were. Working on our next song. So we're just like we're just in the studio.
As soon as possible. Sooner than later.
Another question the ladies want to know: are you guys single or in a relationship? I'm just saying no, it ain't me. No.
Sure, Preston. Keeps bringing Oreos to my house.
You getting the hey. Oh my goodness.
The weight of my heart's through my stomach. Currently, I'm single, so.
Currently, Boo Boo is on the market.
I mean, it's one of those things where.
You're gonna get a lot of DMs right now because you just said you were on the market.
I didn't say that, you said that.
Hey, that's true.
For me, it's just like what is important right now and what comes first right now is creating like art and just art in general. For me, it's like when I'm not doing music with Davin, I'm like drawing or like writing or acting. I was on set last night, so I'm constantly like trying to doing photography, making videos, like, and that takes so much of my time, and I still don't even feel like I have enough time to do everything.
Well, last words. I know you guys got to run. You guys are busy. What is the best advice you've ever been given, and what's the worst advice you've ever been given?
Woo! You go first, man.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, best advice I've ever been given. Preston, that's like the most loaded question ever.
Sorry.
Ask me that question. Okay, best advice.
Maybe your dad's told you something. Maybe, like you said, your grandmother's told you something that struck with you. Let's start there.
Yeah, that's hard.
She's told me. Well, I kind of touched on it with the thing, but.
How about the worst advice?
Okay, worst advice.
I know somebody's told y'all something that you guys are like, I ain't doing that. Oh, nah.
But at the same time, I feel like even bad advice. No, it's hard to say. I like to have an open mind, and I like to. There's always two sides to the story. You know what I mean? There's always he's saying this for a reason.
In fact, I think that being uncomfortable makes it the only way to grow.
Yeah,
put yourself in uncomfortable positions that are going to propel you in a direction, right? So, so if you, let's say you have a confrontation with a friend, and you're scared to tell them what you're really feeling, right? Because you don't want to jeopardize the relationship. Have that conversation. Have difficult conversations. Do uncomfortable things.
Boo Boo, if you don't have one, it's okay.
Okay, I thought of one. It's actually from Chris David. Chris David said this, and I use this a lot. Lead with love. I think that's really good.
That's good. But I'm super pumped you guys did this. Thank you guys so much. Give me some. All right, we out of here. Go get their new song, Anybody.
Yes.
Out of here. Woo. All right, that's over.